How often do you find yourself taking the opinion and advice of others over your own? Why do we do this? And what's the impact? Hi, I'm Brenda Mailer with Sea Bright Spirit. Today I'd like to share with you a few thoughts that I have around finding your own inner truth and noticing when the advice or opinions of others can be helpful or perhaps not so helpful. So why do we often seek advice from others? Well, perhaps we have a trusted relationship with somebody and we've seen them perhaps go through something that we're facing, right? Perhaps we look up to them and we want to take their opinion and feel that they have our best interests in mind. Perhaps we feel a little unconfident in ourselves, and so we're trying to navigate and figure out what our truth is. So those are some reasons why we might seek the advice of others. But what's the impact? When we look to others for advice and we follow that advice, we need to notice if that feels expansive. Does this move me into new possibility? Or does that advice close me off and perhaps limit me? If we feel expansive, then perhaps that advice is setting some encouragement, setting us on a trajectory forward, lifting us up into our own possibilities. If we feel that advice feels off or a little uncomfortable, or we notice ourselves second guessing it, we really need to pay attention to that. Okay? So what happens then if we listen to somebody's opinion or advice when we do feel a little bit more restricted or limited by it? Often it will cause distrust within ourselves. So our intuition will be telling us one thing and we'll be doing another. And all of a sudden there's like this fragmentation that happens within you where part of you is like, but that's my direction. That's where I want to go. And the other part of you is now, but that's not where we need to go. Right. And so creating that duality that we then start to struggle with. Okay. So when we do seek opinions or advice from others, or when somebody just offers them without maybe asking, it's really important to notice, what is my truth with this? Does this feel in alignment? Do I feel positivity from this? Or does this move me away from my truth? Okay. And you might, again, tune into, what are some of the thoughts that come up about this? How do I feel about this? If I take this truth on, where do I see myself going? What changes about me? How would I be different? Because at the end of the day, any advice or opinions that you take on, you want to feel yourself benefit from. Okay? You want to feel yourself grow from. And if those opinions are taking you backwards, then that's probably not in your best interests. Okay? So cultivate trust within yourself. Tune into your body. Be attentive to some of the thoughts that you let anchor you into a truth. Okay? Whether those thoughts are your own or somebody else's, really noticing, how does this make me feel? And when it doesn't feel right, have the courage to face it. Have the courage to stand up and say, this isn't what my truth is. And notice yourself build trust from that. So I hope you found value in this short but sweet conversation today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If there's anything you'd like to share about opinions, about taking advice from others, about how that's resulted for you, or have you been able to, receive and welcome advice without necessarily taking it on? staying autonomous to yourself in that way. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. You can always reach me at brenda@seabrightspirit.ca if you have any comments or questions, or just comment below. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Thank you for being here. Have a good day.